going on, Jerome's? So besides Kevin O'Connell, a trio, alkaline trio, shaking, Vikings veterans, all three who re-signed with the Purple this offseason, fed the local media Jackals. Safety Harrison Smith back for another run. Aaron Jones, 2-year deal, as well as Byron Murphy Jr., big-time free agent contract at corner. So let's get into stuff and things. So Murph was first. Great crew neck sweatshirt, by the way. It's really good. Will Raggets, Byron Murphy Jr. on the Vikings playoff loss to the Rams 3+ months later. I'm still not over it, to be honest. I still got that edge on my shoulder from that game. Also, Murph, Jones, and Harrison all talked about the quality and caliber of players and people in this room. Now, a lot of that can be boilerplate talk, especially this time of year, but it's not. And I feel like there's an urgency with this team. Like, they're not happy with just racking up and stacking up regular season wins and then in the playoffs. I think something's different. Like, they want to go get it done and just hoist that Jerome Barty un time. Raggets again. Both Byron Murphy Jr. and Aaron Jones made it clear that there was nowhere other than Minnesota they wanted to be this year. Sounds like it wasn't much of a decision for either one once the Vikings expressed interest in keeping them around. And for the players, it really is about, well, money's first, let's be honest, but that's with everyone and everything. But if the money's close, tie will always go to the team that makes them feel the most comfortable, a place where they want to be. And soft things, well, not so soft things, but what's the word? I'm trying to think. Intangible things, sure. Like quality facilities, treating your family well on game days, food, facilities, training staff, medical staff, place to live, weather. Well, not weather or taxes here for sure, but just having a good life. Like, that certainly matters. Now, it's behind money just a little bit. Like, I feel like professional athletes, like, they'll go play in China for a couple extra $100, maybe $1 million. Or that's actually like 10 million yuan. What country has the dong? Is that Vietnam? Here's 5 dong. I don't know. Anyways, but Murph, it's something that resonates with the Vikings. And I think it does give them a leg up both in free agency as well as retaining their own guys, because some teams have to overpay. And there's a couple markets that's not so open secret that you do have to overpay to go to there. Notably, it's the Patriots for a myriad of reasons. Taxes and weather are a couple of them, but also other things, right? But the Vikings have built a great organization to help attract as well as retain talent. Plus, I think it does give them a huge leg up with UDFAs, where the Vikings have done a lot of work on fringe 7th round UDFA guys, and I think that having them see the facility and seeing what this team can and should be, it really gives them an edge. Next, Murph, Vikes fan page, said he still has no playoff loss back in January. That the team we had last year, that was probably one of the best teams I've been a part of until this year. I feel like this team on paper, on purpose, is going to be just fantastic, man. Aaron Jones is next. Love that hat. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gerbschmidt. Aaron Jones on JJ McCarthy. He looks great. I'm very confident in him. He has all the support around him. We're here to lift him up, and he's going to be ready to go. And all three of them said great things about JJ McCarthy. Plus, I feel like at a certain point, all this love and hype from the current players on this team for JJ McCarthy, it would be awkward as hell if Rodgers shows up and says, I'm here. Lies. Also, the line of the day, guessing strib. Aaron Jones talked about his cold tub routine, the soft tissue specialist he has visiting the house, and his new lease on his career at age 30. Quote, age just a number, he said. I've been saying this ever since I was a little kid trying to get older women. Cougars of El Paso. Right. But besides the funny quote, Jones, being on the wrong side of 30, it really is more about maintenance, and he does take that seriously. He's at the facility. He's got these soft tissue specialists where, a lot of Jones' issues throughout the years, both last year with the Vikings as well as before with the Packers, has been soft tissue injuries. And as you get older, there's less plyometrics going on, and I love that he's just attacking this and could extend his career for multiple seasons. Speaking of extending career, Harrison Smith back again, year 14. Well, Raggets, he said he struggled less with the decision to come back this time than he did the year before. I kind of had a feeling when the season ended, this probably isn't the last time I'll put on pads. And there's a couple differences because 2023 was a tough season all the way around. Injuries to Justin Jefferson as well as Kirk Cousins, and no playoffs, all that stuff. Harrison also had a pretty banged up shoulder at the end of last year, or 2 years ago. But then last year, 14 wins, and obviously you wanted a better ending. But I think Harrison sees what J.J. McCarthy can bring. He sees what the Vikings did this offseason, and he sees what this team could be for the next couple of years. He wants to be a part of that. Don't blame him at all. Next, Alec Lewis, The Athletic. Harrison Smith on new safety Theo Jackson. Well, extended safety and presumed starter Theo Jackson. Quote, from the day he got here, like literally the day, I was like, how did the Titans let him go? That's not to knock the Titans, but it kind of is. But he's a good player. Everything I've seen from Theo, man, he's got a lot of ability. Now, the Vikings re-signed Theo to a nominal 2-year deal. It's very similar to what they did with Metellus a couple years ago before he became a full-time starter in the Flores defense. And Jackson presumably is going to take over for Cam Beasley-Bynum. And I've said this before, like, Theo Jackson, if you pay attention, like when he gets some snaps, he makes plays. Every day in training camp, Theo Jackson made a play. All right, and I think that is contagious. The coaches love Theo. He works his ass off. He listens to his mentors, Harrison Smith, Metellus, Beasley, and he put in that time. And now I think it's going to be his opportunity. I think that he's going to rise up, be a hell of a starter for the Vikings. Next, Seifert again. Harrison Smith on a lot of regular season wins, but nothing in the playoffs. Quote, there's another level that we need to get to moving forward, that emphasis of let's turn it up a little bit to a level that we haven't been before to get where we want to go. So it's a little bit of like a motivational poster word salad, but he's absolutely right, where you can't just be satisfied for having a good regular season. Like, we're about winning Super Bowls here, and I think that this team is on the precipice of doing that, and Harrison, he wants to see that through. Lastly, him talk about J.J. McCarthy. Great pull quote here from Alec Lewis. Quote, he's this guy, I enjoy being around a lot. He's his own person. He speaks his mind. He has his own way of thinking about things. Very smart, very invested in football and winning and competing. Football-wise, he's tremendously talented. He was doing a lot of good things in training camp last year, in my opinion, as a guy going against him. But just being around him, obviously, it's a tough position to be a high pick, and things look like they're going to go well, and the season is gone. There's a whole different struggle or whatever it is to overcome, but I've been fortunate to spend some time with him. Got to play golf with him in Mexico. We had a good time. He had some great shots. I enjoyed my time with him. He's an interesting fellow. I think I think he's a little smarter beyond his years. So, yeah, that does stand out about JJ, whether it's the stoicness, more fatties, and he just is more mature than the average 22-year-old. In fact, he's probably more grown up than most 42-year-olds. But McCarthy, I think he has a good worldview. I think that he doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He takes things seriously, but he doesn't take himself seriously, right? And I feel like that's very good with being a quarterback, because if you ride the roller coaster every single day, like you're going to be a wreck. Like, that's going to be too much stress, and you're just going to wreck your bandwidth, personally. But McCarthy, I feel like he does have a little Joe Cool in him, and obviously he has all the skills. Plus, at training camp, when McCarthy was running with the twos, often Kevin O'Connell would have Flores' first-team defense go up against second-team offense, and first-team offense to go against second-team defense. So Harrison Smith knows a lot about J.J. McCarthy, squaring off last year in August at TCO. So I think that this isn't just fluff, trying to, hey, we need to talk up our new starting quarterback. It's like when the Giants defensive players had to talk up Daniel Jones for all those years, or Titans players last year, I talk up Will Levis. This isn't lip service. I think that we are on the edge of something great with this team, as with J.J. McCarthy, and Kevin O'Connell's going to get over the hump. And this defense, Flores, year 3, let's go, man. Already fired. Can we just play today? This team legitimately would be a top 5 team right now. This team could go out and whip somebody's ass right now. Damn the draft. But also, don't damn the draft. Let's get some more talent in there. But your thoughts are thoughts. Harrison Smith, Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy Jr. fed the media Jackals. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, their thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.